Hey everyone. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Grant. I'm a dink in my 30s, and I'm making these videos so that you don't make the same money mistakes that I did. The reason we're making this video, wanted to talk a little bit about this idea of not having student loans. It's something that, when I was going through school, seemed like something that'd be kind of helpful, not having to take out student loans, since that's something that we hear about all the time, especially with, current events, people talking about, student loan forgiveness and all of that. So, did not having student loans help me? Well, in some ways it probably did. Here, I guess we're going to talk about 3 ways that I personally think student loans, or rather the lack thereof, probably left me a little bit ill-prepared for the real world. So, let's jump into it. The first thing, I guess, that I would consider one of the downfalls of not having student loans is finding out about budgeting and cash flow a little bit later on. I didn't have a monthly payment that I had to be concerned about, right off the bat. So, I gradually kind of worked into some of those things, like, in my senior year of college, I had rent, groceries, all of those kinds of things, gas, the usual fare. But I think having a student loan could have taught me a little bit more about really understanding, hey, here's a monthly bill. It's going to be here for a substantial amount of time. So you need to plan around that. You need to, have some sort of income lined up so that you're not caught with your pants down, and just, being more prepared in general. I think it's important. I guess the next thing that I would consider something that I probably missed out on having no student loans. I didn't have a job during the school year, at least not one that I think a lot of people tended to have. I did a little bit of practicum, in the department that I was going to college at. So, I would earn a little bit of money on, Saturday mornings doing what I was doing, but really that wasn't exactly something that I would consider a stable source of income, nor really prepared me for a lot of the customer service type of aspects of having to deal with people. That's honestly probably something that somebody in my position would have benefited a lot from, is having to deal with a lot more people. I've gotten better, I will say, but I think having 4 years of having to actually interact with people, have certain expectations of, I need to be able to do this and that, and get along with people, and, put forth a good effort to make other people happy. I think that's something that people should really understand and be able to, really put themselves into. I guess the last thing that I'd like to talk a little bit about, as far as ways that I think having no student loans kind of hurt me more in the long run, is this idea that, everything comes with a cost. And with money especially, if you're paying for stuff out of pocket, it means that money obviously could have gone to something else. And one of the big things in finance in general is this idea of opportunity cost. So the fact that I had this money and I could have done something else with it instead of just paying for all of my tuition and room and board means that I gave up something in return. And I don't have the numbers in front of me. Knowing who I was at the time and my level of information and intelligence, and even just the amount of research that I put into the subject at the time, probably meant that it may not have been as big of an impact as I probably am thinking it would have been. But all the same, I still think that if I took out student loans and I was paying those off, there's a chance that, even if it wasn't until a full year after I graduated from college, that I did anything with that money, there's still the possibility that it could have been doing much better for me now than it did just paying off those student loans. So, that said, I guess the question goes to you. Is there, anything that really sticks out in your guys' minds as far as ways that you think going to college or not going to college either really helped you or didn't help you? And what are those? I guess if you want, feel free to leave them in the comments. While you're there, go ahead and let me know about any other topics you'd like me to discuss in the future. If you found this video helpful, feel free to share your love and share the video in all of the usual ways. Thanks for watching. I appreciate you. I care about you. And I'll see you in the next one.